Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Somerset Berkeley Regional High School and the National Honor Society Induction Evening. Our evening is sponsored by the Edward J. Kaler chapter of the National Honor Society. My name is Mrs. Pereira, and I am the assistant principal here at the high school, as well as the advisor to the National Honor Society. I would first like to thank our students in Ms. Peckham's class and Ms. Peckham for being here this evening to be able to record this for those who are not in attendance. I would also like to thank Mrs. Farias from the main office, who was my co-advisor for the last 12 years, and this year she kind of let me go on my own, but she has been a big help behind the scenes with preparing for this evening. I would also like to thank our administration, Dr. Brailsford, who is here with us. She will be speaking to you momentarily. I would like to thank our officers who are here with us this evening, and they will be presenting their speeches as well. And I would like to personally welcome and thank those students who are being inducted this evening. This is the first class, or first group of students who I can say has done 100% of everything that I have asked them to do. We had a service project. Every single student had completed that before being inducted, as well as coming to our initial meeting and seeing me throughout this process. So I appreciate that very much. Without further ado, I am going to introduce Dr. Brailsford, who will be giving her principal's address.
Good evening. On behalf of myself, Mr. Schoonover, our superintendent, Mrs. Pereira, and Mrs. DeCudo, I'd like to welcome you here tonight and congratulate all of our inductees. Mr. Schoonover and Mrs. DeCudo send their regrets that they couldn't be here. Mr. Schoonover is at a school committee meeting as we speak, and Mrs. DeCudo is taking care of some personal matters. However, they both extend their congratulations to all of you. I myself am so proud and pleased to be here tonight. This is one of my favorite nights of the year because it celebrates students who are truly living our vision of the graduate, what it means to be a Raider. The students before me are resilient, they're academic, they're independent, they're digital citizens, they may not know it, but they are. They are empathetic and they are respectful. And that is why they sit before me as this year's new inductees into the Edward J. Kaler chapter of the National Honor Society. During my career, I have been to many National Honor Society inductions, and I've always seen inductees who never miss a day of school, who have straight A+, who join and are leaders of every single club, music group, athletic team they've ever joined. And those people are here tonight too. But that is not why I am impressed with you people tonight. You have been through a great deal of turmoil during your middle school years and transitioning into high school. In times where the easy answer would have been to slack off and use pandemic learning as a crutch, you persevered, you understood the importance of your education, of your service to others, and of staying steadfast to your character and who you are as an individual. In a world where it might have been easy to do the wrong things, not show up to class on time, or not put forth your best effort on an assessment, you had the academic integrity to learn for the sake of learning and do what is right. And in doing this, you are the definition of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. A few days ago, I was fortunate enough to facilitate a discussion with some of your peers regarding skills that they believe they need in order to be successful adults and journey to the next phase of their life, be it college, the military, or their careers. One of the responses of what skills do you need to continue on in your lives was patience, understanding, kindness, and perseverance. As I look at you young people sitting in front of me tonight, I think this group already gets that. And what a better world we are for it. I would like to thank your parents, your guardians, and your family members for sharing these wonderful people with us every single day. We are a better school because you are here. You are your family's prized possessions, and they have invested their love, their support, and their guidance, and they're a huge reason why you're here today. So when the ceremony is over, please take a moment to thank those special people. Congratulations on your induction in the National Honor Society. Continue to strive to do your best in yourselves, and continue to strive to bring out the best in each other. Welcome tonight. Congratulations.
to now call up our president, Abby O'Brien, who will be giving the first speech of the evening regarding leadership and service.
Hello, everyone. I want to take a moment to thank Mrs. Pereira. Without her hard work and dedication to this organization, tonight would not be possible, so if we could all give her a round of applause. I want to start off by congratulating all of you on this achievement. It truly is a nod to the hard work and effort that you've displayed thus far in your academic career, and I think I can speak for everyone here when I say you should be extremely proud of yourself. As I'm sure all the new inductees know, because you all had to write countless essays about them, there are 4 pillars of the National Honor Society that are the foundation of the organization, and that's leadership, service, and scholarship. I have the privilege tonight to speak on these first 2 pillars. When you all hear the word service, I'm sure the first thing that comes to mind is the 20 hours of community service you had to complete to even be considered for National Honor Society, and honestly, I don't blame you. Meeting that deadline was probably one of the most important aspects of service to me last year. However, when you're not focused solely on meeting a graduation requirement, service can become much more rewarding. But it also doesn't need to be something as grand as volunteering at a soup kitchen or helping out at a food drive. Service is lending a helping hand to someone in need or simply holding the door open for the person behind you, though you probably can't enter that into Aspen for credit. Service is simply giving back without any expectation or reward or compensation. When you find something that you're truly passionate about or a cause that you really want to give back to, service becomes almost a second nature. And that's the best part about it. Service shouldn't just be 20 hours of community service to meet a quota. It's about being a part of something greater than yourself and volunteering your time, talents, and efforts in even the most simple of ways. And that's why service goes hand in hand with leadership, which is a perfect segue into our next pillar. Now, I want to define leadership as the National Honor Society describes it. A leader demonstrates the highest standards of honesty, reliability, and regularly shows courtesy and concern and respect for others. They observe instructions and rules, are punctual, and faithful both inside and outside the classroom. Now, if you were anything like me as a kid, these words probably meant nothing to you when thinking about leadership. In my young and impressionable mind, a leader was someone who held a title. Leaders were kids who got chosen to be the line leaders. They were the ones who got put in charge of feeding the class fish, or got chosen to be the 5th grade representative on the closest thing to what North Elementary had as a student council. Leadership wasn't about reliability or courtesy or punctuality, mostly because I probably didn't know what those words meant at the age of 10. So for a lot of my childhood, I strictly adhered to the idea that if I wanted to be a leader, I had to have a title that a leader would have. And for a while, that was pretty easy. It's not that hard to get elected to some type of leadership position in middle school clubs, especially because most of them had about 5 members. Well, I found that I displayed what I would now consider to be the most important aspects of leadership while in these positions. That wasn't what I thought truly made me a leader. Was I honest and reliable? Sure. Did I show concern and respect for others? Of course I did. But in my mind, all of that meant nothing if I didn't have the word president in front of my name. That belief system, however, came tumbling down during my freshman year of high school, when I ran for class president. My thought process was, I was president of things in middle school. All anyone has ever heard me say is I want to be the president someday. This is perfect for me. How could I not win this? And then I lost. And then I ran again sophomore year and I lost again. And don't get me wrong, our class president is a great leader and he deserves his title. In my mind though, sure I was still on the student council, I was still making a difference, which is what I wanted, but I no longer felt like a leader. For what felt like the first time in my life, I was in a position where I didn't hold a title and so I automatically felt inferior. But I think in not winning that position, I learned a very valuable lesson, that a title does not make you a leader. You don't need to be the president or the captain or the chair of the committee to make an impact. Leadership comes in all shapes and sizes. You can be a leader through action and just by being a positive influence on someone's day. You can be a leader through your words and building up those around you. Or you can simply be a leader by being yourself and encouraging others to do the same, because a title does not make you a leader. When you think about it, there can only be one president of every club or a few captains of every team, but that does not even begin to cover how much leadership truly exists in these spaces, because you cannot classify leadership into one single title. And like I said, I know people in leadership positions who are great leaders, but I've also seen ones who don't display an ounce of initiative. More importantly though, I've seen people who have been denied the opportunity to be a captain or to be a president and still display more leadership than anyone in those roles. A title does not make you a leader. Action makes you a leader. Honesty, reliability, courtesy, and genuine interest and respect for others makes you a leader. Being passionate about the clubs and sports and music programs that you're involved in makes you a leader. Now, I can't stand here and truthfully say that my mind has completely dropped the desire to hold leadership positions. I still like having the title president or captain in front of my name. But I've become much more aware of the fact that that one word does not define my leadership, nor does it guarantee it. It is what we do with these titles, or with the lack of them, that truly separates the leader from the follower. I encourage all of you to go out and be leaders. Thank you, and congratulations again on this achievement.
Next, I will call up Gabriela Fernandez, our secretary, and she will be discussing character.
Hello. I would first like to thank everyone here tonight, and I'd like to thank the Somerset Berkeley staff for putting together this amazing event. I would like to thank all of the parents and guardians for spending your time with us tonight and being great Uber drivers. And last but not least, I'd like to thank all of the students here because we would not be here without your hard work, quite literally. Character. Now, when I was first told I had to write about character, I was at a loss for ideas. Initially, my brain went to character, as in the movies. Since we're here tonight for an academic event, I'm guessing that's not what we're talking about. As children, we learn how to describe characters in stories. We label them as strong, nice, funny, weird, even crazy. However, as we get older, we learn to explain what this label actually means. Personally, 2022 really tested my character. This previous summer, I experienced one of the most traumatizing moments of my life. I was doing what I loved the most, running around for 90 minutes chasing a white ball, when all of a sudden I heard a pop. A few more weeks go by, and I get the call in Magic Kingdom that my ACL was torn and I wouldn't be able to play my senior year of soccer. Mom and Dad, I'm sorry for the rough vacation. And a few weeks after that, I sat on my couch wondering why the whole world seemed to be against me. I had just got out of surgery, feeling completely hopeless, and I simply wanted to be alone. And I most certainly did not need any more questions like, how's your knee and when can you play again? Post-surgery, my character was truly tested. I knew I wasn't being kind to the world around me, yet I continued to question why the world was not being kind to me. However, at this moment, I was given a choice. I could continue to feel sorry for myself, or take the higher road and strive for a better tomorrow. Lo and behold, I did take the higher road, which allowed me to be where I am today. My entire senior soccer season, I joined my team every game, every practice, and rooted for my best friends from the sidelines. While the season did bring its challenges, it was truly the moments that were filled with laughter, joy, and especially the Sonic trips after practice that made it all worth it in the end. As I mentioned earlier, we grow up learning to label characters and people based on what we know about them. During my senior season, to the outside world, I was labeled as broken and worthless since I couldn't play. However, you cannot let the world choose labels for you, as you must define your own character. These labels that society may place do not designate who you are, and clearly in the crazy world we all live in, the little things in life can't get the best of us. The true elements of character cannot be seen from one action. Rather, a person's character is formed each day little by little. The challenges life brings has true strength in character. As Helen Keller once said, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through the experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. At the end of the day, your words lead to actions, which lead to habits, and ultimately displaying your true character. And as my dad always says, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So the next time you're in conversation, try to recall how you're giving your message, because often the content is less important than the delivery. True character can be seen in how you treat others, despite outside influences. As we join together today, I want you to remember that the world may label you, but you cannot let those labels drag you down. Life's going to be hard. No one said it was easy. Your true character will shine through these tough moments. Lastly, just remember to be kind. You never know what someone's going through. And once again, I'd like to congratulate you all for being here today. Thank you.
Next, we have Madison Fisher, our treasurer, who will be discussing scholarship.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be one of the many people here to congratulate you on your induction into our National Honor Society. You've all worked so hard to get to this point, and you've earned it. And congratulations, parents, you've earned a new way to brag about your children. You've earned this too. So, scholarship. Google defines it as an academic study and achievement of learning of a high level. And for the first time, I don't feel like Google did the best job. Scholarship is so much more than the grade you get in an assignment. It's more than academic awards and achievements, and while that's a huge part of scholarship, there's so much more to it than that. After trying to find how I represent scholarship, I came up with something a little different. For a long time, I associated intelligence with how well I scored on tests. I felt that if I failed, I was a failure. I had convinced myself that the number I saw next to my name held equal importance. It took time to realize that there's a smaller correlation between grades and intelligence than I thought. A few years ago, I would have agreed with Google in its assessment of scholarship, but I know better now. I define scholarship as willpower. Most of our schoolwork is not by choice, and believe me, I know there are a lot more things that we do before we learn for fun. But the fact that we set aside time from our lives to learn is exemplary of scholarship. We choose to do our homework. Regardless of it's to 10 minutes, that's fine. We choose to read at least some of the 416 pages of Victorian angst, known otherwise as Wuthering Heights. We choose to study, to care about our grades, show up, and try our best. Scholarship is the commitment to learning and gaining all the information you can. It's your drive and determination to do better. In this auditorium, we know that you all hold yourselves to high standards. You are here today because of those standards and the goals you set for yourselves. Having the courage and grit to set these standards is why you're here. So here's the final definition I came up with for scholarship. I define scholarship as finding fulfillment in your process. Scholarship is understanding, higher thinking, and the satisfaction that accompanies our efforts. Scholarship is all the times you stay up until 2 o'clock working on a paper, revising it until it's up to your standards. It's all the hours spent reading, researching, and studying, not just to pass your test, but to understand the world around us. It's picking up a book in the summer or watching the news. It's recognizing that the journey is as important as the destination, that grades are not the only measure of you or your intelligence. Scholarship is willpower. It's pride, empowerment, setting goals for yourself, and attaining them. It's pursuing knowledge for knowledge's sake. It's all of you. You're here today because you excel at representing the principles of the National Honor Society. Your induction is a testament to your leadership, service, character, and scholarship. It's a representation of your intelligence beyond grades, a demonstration of your commitment to learning and pushing the limits on knowledge. It's a symbol of your promising futures that you have worked for, that you have earned. You are my definition of scholarship. So let me be the 100th person tonight to congratulate you on your induction and many more achievements to come. Thank you.
Can I have another round of applause for our officers? Thank you. And now the induction of our newest members. Dr. Brelsford will help me in this portion of the ceremony, and she is going to be distributing to each student their certificate, their membership card, and the pledge that you will be reciting once everyone has come up. So how we will do this for parents, guardians, and family and friends that are here, the students are going to be coming up that side of the stage all the way across. We want to make sure you get lots of photos. And then they will be coming right back down to their seats. Once everyone has finished, we will say the pledge together. the National Honor Society pledge. And then we will also take our photo for the yearbook. So you're gonna stay seated, and as people, if you don't mind, in the middle section, just clear out after we finish. We'll take our photo, and then you're free to take photos up here or anywhere else that you'd like. When we call you up across the stage, please take your time. We don't want anyone to fall or get hurt. And again, make sure you're smiling for your family and friends. Feel free to come down, get closer to take a photo. I know they don't want me to say that, but I have to say that. So if Carissa's row would mind standing up. Carissa Alvin. Owen Andrade. Matthew Baldwin. Brooke Bernier. Dylan Brilliant. Kyle Camo. Elizabeth Costa. Julia Costa. Tyler Costa. Zachary Costa. Ava Cowan. Brooke Crombie. Bethany Curtis. Madeline Davis. Elissa D'Almeida. William Dion. Jules Donahue. Alec Ferreira. Mia Gentile. Samuel Brew. Zachary Horsfall. Camden Hoyle. Anya Kanalski. Annabella Carpets. Reagan Caloran. Alyssa LaFrance. Jamison Lindbergh. Robert Lomax. Alex Medeiros. Aiden Marcos. Ava McDermott. Marissa Medeiros. Cole Magna. June Melvin. Aiden Nasrallah. Juliana Nassif. Gabriella Nugent. Avery Petreo. Samantha Perry. Aiden Pierce. Aaron Pyers. Joseph Ramos. Roman Raposo. Riley Resendiz. Maya Resendiz. Addison Rogers. Taylor Rogers. Lauren Russa. Camden Rose. Kaylin Rose. Ryan Rose. Madison Rakowski. Serena Sadi. Ethan Santos. Will Santos. Michaela Seymour. Haley Shea. Isabel Silva. Evan Souza. Chase Stilley. Jocelyn Wilson. Before we go on to the pledge, there's one caveat, I guess, that I have to discuss tonight, and it's only the one thing that I don't like discussing, but we always like to make sure that we mention it. Now that you are members of the National Honor Society, you do have to uphold the 4 pillars of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. In the event that there is a flagrant violation of these rules, you would be dismissed from the National Honor Society. We hope that this is never something that we have to do, but we do like to make sure that everyone is under the same understanding and in front of all of your parents, family, friends, guardians. Before you take the pledge, we want you to understand how serious we do take this membership, and we know that you will be wonderful members of this organization. At this time, would the inductees please stand? And if you would take the pledge out of your folder or look over it. And I'm going to begin, but then you're going to recite it all together as a group. Ready? I pledge Congratulations. Thank you, Kyle. Good to hear your voice. This now concludes our ceremony. I would ask, as I mentioned before, for our members to stay seated so we could take our yearbook photo all together. You'll stay there and I'll take it from the stage. And then if you would like to take any pictures, you're more than welcome to do so. And then I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, and congratulations again on this wonderful accomplishment.